Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching some IJL videos. I miss Z's and I want to watch these, so it's just going to be me recording my audio and then posting these. We're going to skip the RC versus Axis match just right now. Maybe I'll come back to it a bit later. I was trying to warm up. So we're going to head into ZETA versus FL here, actually. We're going to start with the band picks, because the band picks are very important. Alright, so here we've got ZETA Survivors going first against FL's PP Cha on Ever Sleeping. He gets to ban one survivor. We're gonna skip this forward a little bit just to see. They do a Doctor Archer ban. Doctor is very important to ban in this meta. The Archer, probably just because he wants ZETA to choose something else. He's probably gonna play like, well, we saw what it was, a Qist, but I don't see why you would play Qist into a Shinami playing Enchantress here, because we've got usually full kite Enchantress, Gravekeeper, Mechanic for the Cypher Rush, and then Alpha's probably just going to be on another Contain. We saw a Puppeteer ban here, just again, probably for the Qist, since we saw it, and Matador. Matador is in this band, this selection, so Matador ban makes heavy sense here, especially if he does want to play that Qist. I think he was honestly thinking about playing Queen Bee here until he saw that Grave. That Aeroplanist is rough, but we've got 3 survivors here that can eat hits and lose their items, so this is not half bad for PP Cha here if he does want to play that Qist. We're going to skip a little bit forward just because we can't see them selecting talents. And Hunter pick, and it is the Qist here. We do see this Qist on Ever Sleeping, one of his good maps, just because of how his areas and the Cypher spawns work on this map. We see the nice L spawn with Hametsu top right, the Grave at mid, Mechanic out left center, which is interesting to me just because that's kind of a rough area to kite with. I think they're hoping that the Qist spawns either top middle or he goes for the Cypher lock bottom right, but I think he might go for this spawn here, bottom right spawn. I was saying bottom left. Oh yeah, here's this bottom right spawn, just because you get to lock off this Cypher in corner house. You're kind of stuck. You don't want to chase this Aeroplanist because he's going to head straight into Graveyard, and this Enchantress is going to be able to kite you very well. So what we'll see is probably him go up either this way into Grave and then try and find the Mechanic, because you'll rotate down, or we'll see him go up this way into Hametsu, because Hametsu is probably going to rotate to this Cypher machine right here. I know, I miss Z's. I liked watching Z's videos, but I guess we're making them now. Also, the bitrate is not me. I tried putting the quality as high as I can, and it's just not there. It's just not there. Okay, there we go. The match is starting. Alright, eventually. Alright, we see Healing, Doctor, Tide, Aeroplanist, Full Kite, Mechanic. We've got Flywheel only Enchantress and Tide BT. Almost all of them with Healing, Exit Path, Audience Effect on the Enchantress, because she's probably not going to be taking first chase. Look at that 10 ping, that's so juicy. Alright, yeah, we are heading here into the Grave. I think this is going to be a rough match for PP Cha. There's not really good chase options. I don't know why the bitrate is so bad. Oh my god. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very long chase if he does chase the Grave here. This isn't a really good Qist. Like, he's not aiming for more than a tie in this match just because of the way Qist works, unless he gets a good hit or if the survivors mess up. We do see that Enchantress on that Cypher over there, Shinami rotating back into the original Hunter's spawn to take that Cypher location by 11, as it is called. And then we have the Mechanic over at corner house. The bot is still hidden, and now she's moving the bot. We're gonna go on the Enchantress chase here, which is an interesting choice in my opinion. Blink for first, blink for first. He did not want to play that mind game. I understand why he did it, but that hurts a lot. He gets to lock the Cypher off with 3 orbs, which is a very good use of his orbs. Now he does have Q-Ball, but It's not that hard to do. Whoa. Hametsu, what's your route? What are you doing? What's your plan? You should have probably rotated into that pallet, but I think he was a bit surprised by the cue ball, and now he's kind of stuck. He does make this loop, but Nijik only hurts. Sorry, flywheel only hurts. Flywheel only hurts. Stun. He does get this. He gets another one, another cue ball, and yeah, he's eaten. He might be able to drop. Not with tempting. Not with tempting. I don't know why I even said that. Cypher's at 74, 70, and 40 with one Cypher done. This was almost a 3.5 Cypher kite until that reset happened. But that mechanic, QS is very good into mechanic because of that, because it does what do you call it? Regress these ciphers, and it can regress many ciphers at once. Can you imagine this guy's still getting nerfed? This was almost a 4 cipher kite, and this guy's getting nerfed, by the way. Mid cipher is gonna get done. PP can't stop it. He can delay it a bit, which he was trying to do with that cue ball there, but now he doesn't have it for chase here, and he's gotta go straight after that Enchantress, who's gonna go probably straight underneath, die in the corner. Nope, he's gonna force her upstairs by spawning this way. Drop down. Yeah. Drop down, and she's gonna die in this corner instead of the other one she was originally planning. These ciphers have slowed down a little bit. We are at almost 400%. Yeah, 400% just with that. That mid cipher needs to get done. They cannot be leaving it like this. Like, they have to finish it. Okay, it's getting worked on again. It's been regressed 3 times now, and that's it's very bad. It's a very dangerous cipher to... No TS, that's a good rescue. Right. I think Graves gonna sit here a bit to support until cue ball's back up. I think he wants to buy a little bit of time to use that one stun, but the blink is up, so it's just a quick blink right here. No? Okay, now you can blink. He doesn't want to blink. Yeah. There's the blink, there's the cue ball, 15 seconds. It's going to be probably a easy tie. Except the Cypher, 2 people are injured. Good items on the Aeroplanist, decent items on the Grave, and Mech needs items. The Mech is probably going to go splat if she's found. But this mech also has full kite. You don't want her to get chased here just because there's no BT on her and she's getting chased. Well. This should be a guaranteed hit. Yeah. Guaranteed hit on the... And he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave the mechanic over to the Cypher to pressure, but he doesn't have the orb, so he's gonna have to walk there, which does hurt a lot. They need to slow down and heal as they did with the Grave here. They need to do it again, both with the arrow and the mech, but the arrow is taking chase here and to corner house, which is not half bad. I think he's just threatening. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to chase the arrow just because he's so far from both ciphers. These new hunters have very good endgame potential, but like it's not enough if the survivors know what they're doing. So all he needs to do, like he may be able to regress this cipher, but the other one's already flying, except that mechanic's off of it now. They don't want mechanic to get chased. That's the main thing. So they're gonna lose the decoding progress over letting the mechanic take chase, because the mechanic could just die in a second. Mechanic might be better off trying to dig for a chest here if she gets a chance, but she will get found out because he just got out of this and now he sees trail, so he knows. He knows where that mechanic is. He doesn't know that she doesn't have BT, so he can't quite chase her. He doesn't know that he can chase her and just have a 3k. Pressure the ciphers. They are kind of cipher locked, it does look like. Well, not necessarily cipher locked, but 2 of these ciphers that they have chosen are very easy to pressure just because they're so like straight line with each other. This graveyard cipher that they're working on is probably going to be way better to choose than the other ones. Alright, that's a guaranteed hit. Oh, the flywheel, and the knee jerk. Ah, I don't think he saw the knee jerk, but he did Yeah, they just pop it. They just want the one. They want the one. They want their hunter to try and go for the thing instead. He's gonna get greedy for this game, which I do agree with. Just because either way, it's still a tie, but... Oh, he's gonna put the orb on it. That's smart, that's smart. I wouldn't have put the orb immediately. I would have came back to the Olisu and then put the orb just because of the cooldown. Just because you can't touch the gate and you might as well buy some time, make him run, and then... Because now it's on cooldown. Now it's a 16-second cooldown. They're gonna make this orb last 11 seconds instead of the normal 16 it used to, just because apparently this was too good for QS. Okay, I gotta stop getting salty over QS. I don't understand why he got nerfed in the new patch. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, Grave has no items, Mech has no items. This looks like an easy 3k here if he's able to play it. If he's able to get this hit, which he needs desperately. That was nice, that was nice. Good patience. Good hit there. And that's a 3k. It's a very good 3k, very good 3k by PP-cha. Yeah, I mean, there's not much options, I guess. I don't know why Shinami's back here. Shinami should just leave. I mean, he does have the hover and the 2 jetpacks. He's trying to force. Nah, he's leaving now. Yeah, there's nothing Shinami can do. Not for another 18 seconds. And he doesn't have tide, so even if he does grab him, there's not much, because it's just a hit. Anyway, on to round 1, second half. I'm gonna speed through this section here for a bit. Can I? I can't 2x speed this. I'm gonna 2x speed this right here as the first section instead of like going so fast. We got the mechanic Archer ban. He's allowing the sorry, he's allowing the doctor. I was just realizing this is Miko Melody playing. This is not Peter. I haven't kept up with the news. I'm not sure if Peter is able to play, but if he retired or not. But we only have Miko Melody here, round 1, second half. We've got Grave, Puppet, Enchantress, Matador. This is going to be rough for Miko Melody here. This is a very modern comp, as I like to call it. Very good survivability against Goatman, very good survivability against Opera Singer, very good survivability against most of these hunters, except maybe Queen Bee here. I think Queen Bee might be the roughest one for them. Talent pick, we can't see this. Hunter pick, it is Queen Bee. Yeah, you have to play Queen Bee into this. Queen Bee was the strongest into this comp. Wait, I couldn't see the things. It's fine, it's fine. Alright, we've got Katsuki down there, we've got Makin in the middle, we've got Maureen unchaseable, and Sasori is both unchaseable. So his 2 options are Katsuki or... Is it Katsuki? And Makin, if he does the bottom right spawn. If he does the top right spawn, his only choice is really Makin. Sasori is just not that. The Matador is not chaseable. It's just too hard for hunters. It's too hard early game, too hard end game. It's just kind of an avoid character if you can. He can actually go after the puppet here if he wants to, but like, I'm not sure about the builds on the puppet, or else I would... Personally, if I was going here, I either go down mid and then I pressure Puppet, but I want Puppet to be at this cipher. If he goes back over here, Sasori goes in, then I'm kind of screwed. So either you go in this way, or you go around the Matador and try and force the Puppet back into middle or into island, but you do waste a lot of time. Any of these options you waste a lot of time trying to force survivors into specific areas just so you can have a chase. Not like the previous meta where Goatman could just cage and call it a day. Here's the builds, We got Knee-Jerk, Tie, Matador. I love this build. I like flywheel tide, not knee-jerk tide, but knee-jerk tide works pretty well. Full kite enchantress, like, that makes sense. And tide on the grave and puppeteer, which makes sense. Healing on all of them. I'm assuming that's doctor on the I forgot his name, Matador. Playing with no skin but the accessory, the AT accessory. He's trying to get the assimilations onto the gravekeeper, and now he's trying to force the Matador. This is not gonna be a chase here. Matador is just not a chase. He's trying to force the puppet into corner, but the puppet isn't going into corner. He's going into graveyard from here, which is a choice, which is definitely a choice. Which, I mean, it is a good choice, but now, like, Sasori cannot decode until he gets back over to that spot. I think it is a warp queen bee. I don't understand warp. Why would you play warp? That makes no sense to me. This is also a puppeteer in graveyard. This is not gonna be an easy chase. Not at all. And he got stuck on the wall. Yep. He even undaunted it. So he can eat the chip here and it wouldn't matter. And the warp. And warp doesn't do much. Warp makes no sense. Not in my opinion. He can't vault. Oh! No! No! He got greedy. He got greedy. That hurts on them a lot. This was easily gonna be a 3-cipher kite. Now it's just a 3-cipher. Like, it would have been a 3-cipher and then some kite, but now it's just gonna be like 2 and 60. And he's gonna be able to pressure Sasori off the cipher too. In these cases, you really have to decide as a survivor: do you want to give the hunter more points, or do you want to keep decode, or do you want to not give the hunter more points and not decode? And we've got this like chair thing to keep the assimilation while you can keep doing it. You only the TS. That hurts. I probably have to like drop my audio in post files because that was loud. That TS hurts them a lot. Yeah, no. FL kind of, you cannot get TS'd in this meta. Like, you can punish survivors. This is another one. Oh, the mind games. Oh, Miko. Oh, not another one. No way, Miko. This is why Queen Bee's getting nerfed, by the way. This is why Queen Bee's getting nerfed. You know, if you think about it, the Queen Bee there is really pressuring the survivors because the survivors are trying to greed out more decoding progress. They're trying to make the chair go higher, and they're getting punished for it. They both got TS for coming in late. Like, if they came in early, they would have had a perfectly fine rescue, especially the grave. So, I mean, is it fair to say? I mean, 2 TSs on the same chair does hurt. It's GG. This is easily a 3K. Nice flywheel. No TS, the run, nice jump, and the jump down. I love how he looks down to try and get like more Hunter's Instinct. He's like, please, anything making me faster. That's a really good hit, very good hit. 2 TSs on the same chair is kind of crazy though. Yeah, Matador hurts so much. They're gonna get rid of that Hunter speed debuff next season, which should help a lot. That 40% speed debuff hurts so much. I think in this patch it is the full 50% speed debuff as well. So like Matador is even stronger in this patch than the one we have right now. Holy, my voice does not like this. Apologies. Yeah, the FL's trying to play for that one. They wanna tie the result of their hunter now, just to tie the first round. They don't want to lose the first round to ZETA here. The mind games. All he needs is 1 chip, and yeah, he pulled. He did the simple thing, which is what you really do against a Queen Bee. Is you want to go in and just pull. Most Queen Bees want to mind game, and there's a chip animation, so you can just pull. If the Queen Bee looks like, if they're holding the bees out, you have the chance to just pull. Insta swap TP? Insta swap? No, he's gonna keep it. Oh, he swapped to blink. Oh my god, I am kind of blind. Hey, I'm not used to this, okay? I'm only doing this because who I like to watch doesn't make these videos anymore. He could have gone farther, he forgot. It's okay, it's okay. He only needs the one chip. He should know where she is, approximately. Oh, the slow ball. To not tell the hunter and then it just lost so much distance. He should chip? No? Oh, nice chip, but it didn't hit. Nice chip. Another slow ball. I don't think that was on purpose because that lost so much distance. A nice 3-stack here. We've got the 3-stack going. She's gonna run around. She's just gonna get on tram. She's just gonna get on tram. We're gonna switch targets here to Makken and go to the grave. The grave's a much harder chase. There's also only one cipher left, so there is a possibility of making this a 1k. He doesn't know where Makken is. He doesn't expect him to be full corner. He should know. He's trying. Oh, he sees. He knows he was straight because he saw the cipher moving, but he just didn't know where. And eventually you'll find out. I really like the success rate. I'm surprised people aren't using the STS skin. I guess it's because they want the bit rate. See, that's not me. That's not me. If I get an STS skin, I'm playing with it every single match, even if I lose because the skin makes me lose. Or I play the game for the skins. I'm not leaving the skins on the table. That's not it for me. He swapped to Blink for the Matador here, so this does make the endgame a little bit tougher, but Makken does not have exit path. He cannot self-heal. So now this is just gonna be an awkward walk for Queen Bee where you just look around until you get tinnitus and then the survivor moves again. He has a good instinct going straight into where the Enchantress kind of is, right here. We're going straight in. Do we see? Oh, we saw! Nice, dead. Nice. Now, he's gonna chair the Enchantress and probably... Oh, nope, he doesn't even need to chair. That was a very good play by ZETA, honestly carried by the double TSs. Let's move on to the second half. Now, round 2. We have Hasha playing against ZETA on Moonlit. Alright, we're gonna put this in 2x speed again here so we can go a little bit faster so while I can talk through this and I'm not like awkwardly skipping through the episode. So here we see the bans of Sia Matador, just because no Doctor ban, so whatever hunter he's gonna play is gonna be good against Doctor. So this is usually probably like we might see a Hullabaloo, we might see an off-pressing, and those two are very good against Doctor. The Lanternist, allowing the Lanternist also tells you this is probably going to be a Hullabaloo just because Moonlit's I think it's a very good map for him. Warp, Hullabaloo with Detention, Insolence would be my choice here. The First Officer makes sense, very good rescuer. We got the Mercenary band basically saying, yeah, I think this is probably a Hullabaloo then. A Meteor band. Is it a Hulla? I'm not sure. This does look like a pretty good Hulla build, but the because Hullabaloo is able to deal with the Lanternist, and not banning the Doctor means that Hullabaloo would also be able to deal with that Doctor there. Alright, let's see. Let's see what they play. I personally, I mean, Hulla is still rough, it's still a big map, but it is probably my best choice here since Goatman is banned out. Hunter pick. There we go. Hunter pick. We'll keep it on fast right now. Queen Bee. I guess that makes sense. It does. I do think that makes sense here. I can understand having the Queen Bee, playing the Queen Bee makes a lot of sense actually. I probably should have thought about that. I would have thought it was Hullabaloo just because I forgot that he played Hewist round 1. Alright, we're gonna go into here. We see the standard spawns. Lanternist at first just because she's a rescue. She's a Dakota with the decoding debuff. Shinami at 4th, Hametsu in Haunted, and the FO at Bridge. Basically saying, chase me for the coordinator. Chase me, I have long chair time, you're not gonna want the anti. Knee-jerk tied on the lanternist, tied BT, audience effect on the coordinator, just in case the coordinator was not chased, audience effect on the anti-flywheel BT, and that other trait I don't remember. And then flywheel on, not flywheel, and tied and BT on the first officer. Hametsu using the flute there early for a little bit of speed boost. We've got this. This is basically an opera singer chase in my opinion, just this first end. Just a bit. The speed boost, he should break the chair. You would break it preferably with the bees, just because the bees were pretty close to the chair there, but that small optimization does tell me that Hasha did not play Queen Bee for too long before getting ready for this. I don't think Queen Bee was on his priorities of... Oh! Oh, he Shinami misjudged the distance between the Queen Bee and... Dang! No way! The excitement! Baiting out the coordinator shot, and then using the shot here, and then using the excitement on the pallet stun is amazing. That is some... Knowing that the coordinator shot has to happen before excitement cooldown is up tells you that he's gonna bait it there. So like on both ends, it's pretty much guaranteed that he was gonna use it there. But like what is crazy is being able to get the chip and then excitement the pallet stun and get it here. Here we've got the QS, basically the sculptor, and that wasn't even Queen Bee, the Terror Shock Queen, I guess. The Terror Shock Queen. But we've got Auntie coming in here now awkwardly. She's got to choose between whether she wants to rescue the FO, and she's gonna go for the FO here so FO can get the tide on the coordinator. Nope, FO's leaving. Never mind. She's gonna get both. She's just gonna do it in this order. Just because. But she did get the rescue on both, so this does kind of leave... okay. Vaulting into the hunter's loving arms, I see. Okay, okay. Well, it happens. So you really want to chase FO here, but he does have that one watch, so he can't really go after the FO. He sees the Cypher moving, and he's probably thinking, there's no way that's FO. Oh, he doesn't see the Cypher moving because of Lanternus, but he was wondering. He's assuming FO probably wants to go back and finish the Cypher. Now he's just gonna have to awkwardly wait out this timer because you can't really just hit the... He can try. A good FO won't let him do that, and now he should get it. Now he should get the hit. And chip. Nice. Yeah, the TSs on the Queen Bee is honestly just down to the survivors coming in so late for the rescue. Like, they don't want to come in earlier, they don't want to come in for the mind games, they're playing it too late from the chair and then they're panicking. And this honestly has to do with the fact that when you play against your own team's hunter, when you practice against the set of hunters you know their playstyles and you know when they're gonna swing, and ZETA and both FL are probably sitting here going, yeah, my hunter won't swing, yeah, I get this rescue, and then they get TS because it's just not their team's hunter, you know? And that's something that you can't really practice against. Like, how do you know when the hunter's gonna swing, how you're gonna get punished? And especially with the nerves definitely affect the survivors on rescue way more than they affect the hunter on the rescue. And nice chip trade. So like, it does make sense that Queen Bee is definitely going to be terror shocking on the chair, just like how Sculptor would be terror shocking on the chair, just because of how fast they are. She feels like a bonbon. Queen Bee feels like a bonbon, but she has that chase assist. So she's a very good tier 1 hunter, just because she can go in, get the hits in, and have that chair pressure. That's just a lot of chair pressure. I'm not sure if the chip cancellation patch is into here, but like in our rank right now, there's chip cancellation. Okay, assimilation tells him where he was. Hasha knew immediately. He's trying to bait some swings here from the anti, and he's just gonna go in. Yeah, the anti's playing it more patient. He should be able to swing. Oh, he took the chip. I personally probably would have swung there just because then I have more energy to go for the Dolisu here. Oh, just TP. Yeah, just oh, wrong one, but just TP. Oops, I guess. He clearly wanted to TP to this one. He was looking at this one, he just TP'd to the wrong one. He's gonna... Oh, he's running into the Lanternist. The Lanternist is seen, and... He should have hit the footpath, yeah. You can hear a lot when you put in headphones. Like when you have these noise cancelling headphones, you can hear quite a bit. Knee-jerk on the Lanternist right here. This is 2 ciphers left. This is mostly all but just like this is a 4K unless Hasha like severely messes up here. Drag 3 struggles and then TP past the thing. Oh, he's gonna check? No, yeah, I was gonna say drag 3 struggles. He did 2, I think that was. I wasn't really counting. But because of Queen Bee's ability to chair camp and Queen Bee's ability to have such a good chase, it just makes it so hard to deal with for these survivors. And she's gonna be nerfed down to a 12% speed boost on assimilation, which was originally 20%, by the way. When she was first in test of it, it was 20%. So now it's gonna be down to 12%, and she's only gonna get 10 stacks per assimilation. Her assimilation also was every second, and now it's like 1.5 seconds. So it'll hurt, but I think they're focusing on the wrong part here. I think the biggest issue was the chair camp and how she's supposed to be a chase hunter. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here with her. He doesn't know. He saw dungeon. He did the double take for dungeon. He has the... Now since he's shared, there is a huge chance for the Lanternist to get dungeon if she can't get the assimilation stack. Just because Lanternist can just, you know, make herself invisible. This might actually be a 1. Oh, he should know, he should know. He needs to pull these close to, like, pallets and stuff like that. Yeah. He needs to do it like that. I don't... He didn't see. He should see now, yeah. He doesn't need to get 2 chips or 1 basic onto this Lanternist, and she might get out. She's very close to getting out. Does she have flywheel? She does not have flywheel, so she needs 1 more. She needs to use her 1 more stack and then run into dungeon. Yep, she used it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, nice dungeon escape there by Dolisu. This is a 3K for Hasha, so now we're going on to round 2, second half here. Alright, we've got Miko Melody. I think Peter has left. I don't see Peter here. He might be taking a break, or he's playing in Asia games, but I'm not sure. We don't have Kazuneko either, so we've got Alpha, but I'm not sure of the reasons. Right, we're gonna sit here. We've got the Seer Archer ban, the Hunter. They got 1 Hunter ban here. They banned Goatman, which makes sense. Moonlit is a nice, very nice Goatman ban here. And it's hard to see what the survivors want to choose here. They don't have to worry about the Queen Bee. They do have to worry about Miko Melody's opera singer and Hullabaloo. Miko loves playing those 2 characters, so it is a tough choice of how they want to play them, and so that they don't lose all of their anti-arrow is what they chose. Not sure. I think that's okay. I honestly think that's fine here for this round, but it's gonna be rough. FO ban? Yeah, makes sense. Saying, hey, play Mercenary, don't play FO. Katsuki is gonna play Mercenary. We've got the anti, the Aeroplanist, the Mercenary, the Arrow and the Mech are probably just gonna have tied, and then we've got the anti, probably full kite to harass here. The Meteorologist ban. I don't understand. I mean, Meteorologist is a very good chase, but she only gets 3 bottles. I mean, her versatility is nice, but the 3 bottles does kind of make it rough, but it's a good 4th ban. A Patient, so we're going to see Patient at 4th if he does want to play either that Opera Singer or that Hullabaloo here. I forgot to put it on 2x speed. My voice is dying. How did people do this? This is pain. I like it though, I like it. Selecting talents, we'll see what they select. Yeah. Alright, Hunter, Qist. You know, they all have losing items, but this is a big map for Qist. I don't know if he's gonna... Is he gonna get the 4 he needs? No, he needs a 3. He needs a 3. He needs a 3 to keep this tied. But ZETA does also have that 1 win, so they can take a tie if the Qist wants to here and have his traits for later. My chair is squeaky. Also, I think my microphone can pick up like every sound that my computer makes or anything, and I don't have headphones right now, so I'm playing this on like computer audio, so I heavily apologize if there's like a very tiny echo. Alright, let's see what Maureen. Sorry, I apologize. I could not tell you. The Void side spawn just because it forces the Qist to go into and chase one of them, and they're gonna rotate anyway, and the Qist is gonna rotate anyway. Alright, we got Flywheel. No, Flywheel. We've got tied BT on the Mercenary, tied Flywheel on the Patient. We've got not full kite on the anti, it's just Flywheel BT, and then we've got Flywheel tied on the Aeroplane. So we're giving some of that chase to Aeroplaners from the anti there, so we're not going to want to harass here, we're just going to want to go maximum chase. And 3 Flywheels, I think they were expecting a Hullabaloo. I don't think they were, or they were expecting an Ivy, and he played Qist into this because Qist gets hurt against a lot of knee jerks. Just that speed boost hurts him a lot. Any speed boost really hurts Qist, so they were not expecting the Qist here, which is probably a surprise to them. The red light, the red light, the red light. Is she gonna vault? Is she gonna vault? No, she's greedy. Okay, we have no trump cards, so no need to look down for Hana's Instinct. We lost her for a second, and then we're gonna place the ball here. Spawn away from the pallet. This is something I like doing just to try and see if I can catch the survivor out. Catch the survivor lacking, but like usually not very often. We're gonna go for Katsuki here and just can't really do much. All these pallets have to be broken before anything can happen, or else she just vaults. She can do her like flute jump and like oh that hurts. A good 7 seconds, but a good 10 seconds again where Katsuki cannot do much. Just gonna mind game that. Oh, she's running too far from the pallet there, so like that's why Miko's spawning there. He did spawn. He got the hit with the blink, so blink for fist again. This is gonna be a 3 cypher and then some kite again. But Auntie's gonna have no items. Oh, she only got 1 of those flute hits. That kind of hits for her, but the ball is up here, so now nice Flywheel. Was able to use the Flywheel very well, but she did get caught. So 3, 2, 1, and then she can't do much here. Very nice kite by the okay. Now it's that increases the kite a lot. Yeah, you needed to see the charge attack a bit earlier. He expected a swing and death, so he waited. But that's a 3 cypher kite right there with no cypher regression. Usually Qist will cypher regress 1 down to 50%, and it's a 250% kite, but not here just because how far the cyphers are. This is why Qist kind of struggles against one of these big maps, and it's just because his orb is a maximum distance. It's not a percentage of the map, so like This big map, even though it's very good for hunters, it's not very good for queuers. No TS. He really wanted that TS. He really wanted that Cypher regression, and he gets one. He gets one, so that'll help him a lot. But it just doesn't really matter, just because these ciphers are gonna be so far that, like, by the next rescue, it's gonna be 60% on the final one. And Miko kind of needs a 3k. He doesn't need one, but he wants a 3k. He wants this match to be over. If he just ties it, they're much happier than they will be now, than since it's gonna be 1 win, 1 loss. But the match isn't over till it's over. Like, the rescuer can come in and still get TS. He should know because that second orb was placed a bit lower. That dungeon is... Well, he could have... Is basement? I can't tell. He could probably tell. You guys could probably tell when you're watching because you're not, like, focusing on commentating. A very good rescue by the Mick there, so just a simple hit and die off in the corner. They just want the tie. They just want to tie, so they're healing, I guess. Yeah, that second... The final cipher did not get worked on because they wanted to heal just so they can play the Qist endgame, and they both are going to double rush that cipher all the way over there. But he does have 4 orbs. He should barely be able to reach it, and if he goes onto this path and then goes over, he'll easily reach it. But he does know that someone is here, he just doesn't know who. Makin got himself a wand. Does help pretty well. He wants to lock off this cipher, so he just walked to it, and he's going to use 2 orbs. He should get both ciphers locked off, but only one of them is going to get regressed. No, he had to use 4. That kind of hurts. See, in the end game here, every single orb matters more than, like, the early game, just because you need every point. Now he only has 2, and he's gonna use it here just to get to more and closer. And he's spawned in the palace. I've done this too. It's easy to spawn in the pallet just because it's open. Nice mind game by Miko here. Very good mind game. The only one that had tide did get chased, so unfortunately that tide is gonna be wasted, and no BT. There is no BT on Sasori either, which does kind of hurt. So two out of 3 of these survivors have no BT. That Cypher's regressed on the 77, which basically tells Miko Melody that the other one's flying and there's nothing he can do to get a 3 unless he gets a TS here. The one that is coming in to rescue does not have BT. Sasori does not have BT, so he does have a chance, but I'm not sure if he knows that yet. Let's see. He wants to farm. But Sasori's gonna try and get it by half. Hover? Ah, okay. So Sasori did take the hit. They did burn the hover, and now both of them are in one spot, and they're kind of cooked. Oh, the flywheel. The flywheel helps. Morin's still nearby, so Sasori and Morin are kind of... Them having to pop. I don't know why they popped here. I think it was so they can get one out, because that's kind of nice. Really nice by Morin here. Morin was still gotten by half too, which is the crazy part. Does he make it? He does make it with the final orb there. He should make it. No, he needs to hook. Alright, now he needs to buy the 20 seconds he needs at a full... against a full present, and that's not 20 seconds! Yeah! Alright, he only has 2 orbs. Okay, he makes it back. He makes it back with the 2 orbs easily. There's nothing they can do. This is gonna be another 3k just because of that end pop there. I think that pop kind of really screwed them over. They really can't do much with the pop there. That kind of pop where both survivors are just right next to each other, and the gate is all the way across the map, not even halfway across the map. Like, they can't really do much against that. Alright, let's go to round 3 here then. We got round 3. Alright, round 3 we have Hasha against the survivors of ZETA. Now, Hasha no longer has the Queen Bee or the Qs. Survivors don't have the 2 good rescuers, so which means the 3rd rescue is going to be banned. Then we're not going to see that rescuer. We're not going to see... We use Grave and First Officer, so we see a Doctor ban, which is very common. It is also so we do see that Goatman Ivy ban. I wouldn't ban Goatman here, because Arms is kind of good against Goatman, but probably just to play it safe and get other options out. Matador and Archer, which tells me they want to win this. They're going for a 3 escape here. Mercenary ban, which makes sense. We're probably going to see like Puppeteer? No, Escapeologist for as the rescuer. So Matador and Escapeologist are probably gonna have to tie here, or Alpha with whatever he picks might be another rescuer. He was man Meteorologist. Yeah, this is a modern comp. All these new survivors came out like in the last 2 years. Let's see what the Hunter is gonna pick here. Selecting talents, we can skip this a bit. We can't see what they select. Hunter pick. I don't know what he's gonna pick. I want to see that. Oh, which? I was gonna say I want to see that. What do you call it? His BQ, but which makes sense too. Okay, let's skip a bit forward. We're seeing an interesting spawn selection. I'm not usually too common with this. I usually think the escape would not spawn here, but here. Like, bottom mid. Oh, now they're switching Dolisu and Alphard for the witch. Yeah, Dolisu is very good in that area. Escape's in the weakest spot. They're hoping, yeah, the queen bee. The dream witch spawns bottom middle or bottom right and goes for the chase. They don't want him to spawn top right, because that's kind of, this is an easy chase. This is kind of who you'd want to chase, but like you can't really get close to it. So much of Dream Witch is trying to get close to the survivor, so like a 1 free swing on this survivor gives them so much distance. Honestly, I'm not sure why we don't see Escapeologist against the Queen Bee counterpick. I would probably play Escapeologist round 1, but I think they want to have the better rescues. I think Escape is way more consistent than the other options, in my opinion, or even Mercenary, but like, who knows? I might be speaking random stuff. There's gonna be IVCs. IVC in NAU. Alright, let's look at it. Knee-jerk, BT, Meteorologist, BT, Tide, BT, Matador, BT, Flywheel, Archer, and Knee-jerk Tide. Oh my god, Escapeologist. Is it me, or does it look like Escapeologist has like a head mask on to make himself look bald? Because it looks so weird. We're going for the Hamatsu chase here. It's gonna be Archer, Leech. Okay, we're just gonna leave Archer. Leech. We're gonna go to Alpha here. Yeah, the Escapeologist chase definitely does make sense here, just because of how fast Hasha is. Hasha's witch. Well, the witches. We're gonna block the window so we can go. That's a nice block. So it forces the Escapeologist out here. Patroller, first patroller comes out. Bite 1. The witch is kind of far. The witch leech is kind of far too. Nice hit, but one more. Stun. The Dream Witch main body is kind of fast, so she's gonna send it away so she can go back for the Alpha, and the witch should auto follow at like 200% speed from this distance. Yeah, perfect. And then she's gonna walk back into the leech. She can't break the pallet with main body, but she doesn't want to break it with the small one either, because then she'd lose the speed boost. She's awkwardly just going to sit here for a second. And now she's going to break it, probably because she has her leech up? Oh, not because she has the patroller bite on. That makes sense. 2.5 cypher kite here by the... And we've got Hamatsu hit. And he's just going to take the hit. He's like, hit me. I mean, the damage does help a lot, but like Archer does get to now decode without in peace, without having to worry about the leech, and she didn't have to spend the time breaking the leech either. Yeah, they're just gonna heal Hametsu up here with a bottle, half of a bottle, just to waste one leech, by the way. Not sure if that was worth it. But it does let them decode. You can't decode while getting healed, but you can open chests while getting healed, so... STS skin on a Matador, which is neat, because you usually don't see survivors playing with STS skin. Oh, the Archer is also playing with her STS, no? Yeah, she is as well, which isn't really common. You'll usually see like Warren clothes or something, that he's getting greedy for that Matador. He's gonna hope that the auto follow remembers, and this is a very good map for Dream Witch, just because it's so small, so like the witch barely has to move. Now she's having to move it before she loses control. You usually can't see that on the on these screens, so like it's also very interesting, like the witch trying to balance being able to see, and like he's trying to move away so he doesn't lose control. Coming back in, he's gonna chair a bit closer. No, he's just gonna go for that bottom chair there. I'm gonna go for this chair, which is... He's trying anything, Asha's really going for any... He's hoping to catch the survivors out with their pants down. Just one... That's all he needs. He needs one survivor to not be paying attention, one survivor to not do something accurately, and they'll be, like... He should be able to win this, but right now he's trying desperately. Oh, round 2 was a draw because of Miko being able to do that, so now, yeah, he needs a 4, he needs a 3, he needs to win at least. I haven't kept track of the points, which I'll probably start doing in future videos, but for this one, it's just kind of a warm-up. He's panicking! The Archer. He's got to hold it up for 1.6 seconds before he can shoot, so it gives the hunter like a millisecond to react before the Archer like gets hit. Now he's trying to deleech, since there's only 3 people. The deleeching happens way faster. One of the few hunters that gets weaker when you do good. Just like Ivy and I find it interesting, like I always call it one of the few hunters that get weaker as you do good. I mean, it 100% makes sense, or else like the survivors have no chance, but it's just so funny to me that like you do good and you get the first kill, and then it's just like, yeah, now they can delete you faster, or they can break the Ostracons in 2 seconds now. Just imagine if every hunter got like a 2% speed nerf every time. They killed a survivor. Oh, you're doing good. Here's a debuff. They're also deleeching in chase, which is just like a nice F you, Hasha. Either chase me or don't. In front of the chair. You can't do anything. Shinami's leech is coming back. He's just trying to desperately make a comeback before like it disappears, and the leech is almost... Oh, it makes it. He didn't get the hit, but it did make it. Now, 2 ciphers are being pressured at the same time. 1 leech is at mid, and then we've got this one chasing Shinami here, and Shinami's trying to pressure Hasha into not using it. And he should get the hit. Yeah, yep. Good hit there. Shinami got hit by his leech too, so now he can't. All the leech wasted progress does not even matter. Now we're gonna chase, so we're gonna keep chasing the meteorologist here, and they just popped. They were just like, hey, you need to 3k, and you can't 3k from this position where you have 1 leech out. Is it 2 leeches? It looks like 1, but you have just not enough leeches to cover the entire field, and we're going to be able to work on both gates, and you just have to choose the hardest survivor to chase, which is the Matador, and it's like, what is a Matador going to do? Like, oh, and you can see the Archer coming in, so like now he can pull, and then pull the Archer, yeah, and then leave, and he can't do anything, and he TP'd to this gate, and the meteorologist gets out, and that's a 3 escape. Which just makes sense, because ZETA was playing for that 3 escape, and that hurts them a lot. Now it basically means that it's a done deal. I don't know if FL can win anymore because they have to win. They have to 4 escape? No, it's still not enough because they need the round win. Yeah, I think they have to 4 escape. Alright, we'll speed this up here just a bit. They pick Archer and Explorer because they ban Goatman and Ivy. It's not ban. And they ban Seer, Escapologist, Meteorologist. We got the Lanternist here. Miko Melody's not worried. He's probably just gonna play Ann. Miko's Ann is very good, and it should be good enough to get him that tie. And Peddler over the Ann. We're gonna just go for the Foot Corner spawns for more and get some time to hide away. And then we're also gonna go just trying anything. They don't want Morin to get found immediately. Should be able to hide pretty well. Alright, let's start this. This is like a 50-second wait here. We've got the Tide BT, we've got BT Flywheel, and we've got Ninja Flywheel. Very standard build. This is not for escapable, so they're probably just playing for points here just to get some experience. They can't really for escape with this kind of build. They need like cheerleader, batter. You've got to have stuff that can... You can't Cypher Rush yourself into a 4 escape. You can harass yourself into a 4 escape, but like Cypher Rush is not. Miko just needs a tie. He's looking down here for the 2% Hunter's Instinct boost, and then he's looking at Radar. He still was trying to dodge the Archer while also looking down, and now he's gonna look up because the chase has started. So he has chase music, and he lost the Hunter's Instinct. Chip and easy dodge. See, you saw so much of Peddler until now she's kind of just bad. Because the survivors learned that. Look how easily they dodged, and she's dodged all 3 chips, and that's full. And can he cancel? No. Flywheel for the safety, or else she wouldn't have canceled. She's only got 1 bow left, so this is gonna be a very fast down, which is not what you want when you need a 4 escape. Yeah, just take the hit. Yeah, you don't make the window. Break that, drop the window so you don't accidentally vault, and then the chip for the extra presence, I guess. This is a 2-second fight. The 1 minute and 25 seconds, even though it feels like a long time, was not a lot. Oh, they do have that 50% page there, so it is a bit of progress, I guess. But since they're gonna double rescue this, a lot of Cypher progress is gonna be lost just because he's backdoing, and that wasn't expected. But like the Archer can't go anywhere here. She knows where the Archer is. She's gonna red light, and just gonna walk to the Archer. Honestly, she might try and grass and then watch the Archer like easily dodge. Like it doesn't matter anymore. Like Peddler isn't like. Koa playoffs, Koa practice, I forget what it's called. It's very hard to remember stuff while you're trying to like commentate for these matches, but like she was played so often just because survivors did not know what they were doing. But like in these Koa playoffs happened, and like the Koa finals, and like Peddler was not touched just because she's so bad. Like all of these vines missing, 3 chips missing, it does not help it. Like she was such a versatile Ann, but I think she's just worse than Ann now. And she's gonna block off this Cypher as well, give a free backdoor just because it doesn't matter. In tourney, you know that the survivor that's running into you is the one that on chair, just because they don't want damage on the rescuer. That's why he just swung at it and didn't even mind game it. And he got what he needed. He got the 1k. Maybe it would have been enough if they get a 3 escape, but I don't think he can get a 3 escape from a position like this. He does have a 100% page, so the final Cypher is technically done. All they have to do is finish 2 Cyphers, but Explorer can get another 50% page if he uses 50% on a cipher, but I don't think he's going to. He's trying to find the explorer here. Is it the explorer? No, he's trying to find the Maken. He's trying to find the first officer. He's overloaded on his resources, going 2 chips, 1 vine, and 2 things. He can use the yellow and the gems here and charge attack, and he should be able to. Okay. Yeah, it's. I don't know what to say. Peddler just doesn't have anything anymore. He should still see her for a second, just because he did chip. And she's running away. I would use the speed boost here again, but I guess not. Yeah, he speed boost here. It's a nice 10-second speed boost, and you should be able to. You can't really mind game that, and yeah, you don't dodge the chips there, in my opinion. I guess since the cipher was primed, he does have the chance, but like when you do dodge the chips, you kind of are forced to take the hit. But like you could have taken the chip and taken the hit, and then it would have been like he's even less prepared. But then you also run into the chance that like Miko could know the cipher's primed and let you chip down. So I guess there's always taking the hit was probably better there by him. And a tie. And a tie. That should be a win for ZETA here against FL. Does it say winning? Can I? Anyway, thanks guys for watching. If you guys are interested in this, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll make more of these just because I like watching these and I want to watch them. Let me know. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. We'll watch the rest one later.